Hi, Deborah Roth here from Spirited Living, back with the second installment in my year-long series at the Wellness Universe on joy intelligence. What is your JQ? What is your joy intelligence? I spoke a little bit about that last month, exactly what we mean by JQ. And this month we're going to dive deeper. Specifically, really this month and next, I'm going to be exploring one of the really powerful key components of keeping your JQ high, or elevating it if it's not so high, the chair of joy. But first, before I go into that, I just want to make sure that if you're not watching this at the Wellness Universe, that definitely go over there and check them out. It's a wonderful resource, both for practitioners, for wellness practitioners, but also really for anyone looking for mind, body, heart, spirit support and resources. There are just a ton of classes and workshops and all kinds of things there, in addition to many different blog topics, which this is about. So, what is this chair of joy? This month I'm going to talk about it, and I've included it last year in my spiritual practices vlog that I think was maybe the first or second one that I did in 2024, and then it's just so captured me, this whole everything around the science, the art and science of joy, and so I'm devoting a whole year to it. The chair of joy, which I talked about then as one of my ongoing spiritual practices, is a 4-part meditation process experience. You could call it many different things. I'm going to describe to you what it is this month and why we do it. You know, what the rationale is behind it. And then next month, in our third series in wherever we are, March, we'll look at the science behind it, literally the neuroscience that's been done that's been researched to talk about each stage of each of these 4 steps of the chair of joy. So a little bit of overview there. And at the end of each one, I will guide you through a very simple chair of joy so that you can begin to incorporate it into your own life, into your own practice. So the chair of joy is basically a physical and mental space that's designed for meditation, for reflection, for mindfulness, and both for personal empowerment. And I'll give you a story before I lead you in the chair of joy of just one of the many powerful experiences I've had as I have guided other people through it. Now, it's really accessible for anyone, which is what makes it so lovely. And it's designed to help you reset and regain balance in this very chaotic world. I probably say that all the time. If it's not one reason for chaos in our world or in our lives, there's always something going on. And the chair of joy is just a simple grounding tool, I believe, to really bring us back to our innate store of joy. It is a core life skill, as I talked about last month. It simplifies the process, really, of accessing mental clarity. Believe it or not, when you're in a more joyful state, you can think more clearly, be more emotionally balanced, and really designed to help your overall well-being. It encourages consistent, intentional moments of self-reflection. So literally you can do it every day. You can do it a couple times a day. You can do it with different themes, and you'll get a sense of it when I carry you through it. Now, the 4 steps, this is what makes it so simple, are sit, breathe, think, and feel. The sit part is really about creating space for yourself, just to be present and to pause for a moment in the midst of your busy life. And I usually invite you to actually conjure up a favorite chair that you love to sit in. Could be an office chair, could be a chair on the front porch, a rocking chair, whatever it is. So that's the sit piece. The breathe, pretty clear, just going to invite you to take a few very deep deep, deep breaths to really get into your body, to calm your mind. And there's been so much, and I'll talk more about this next month, there's been so much research about the breathe part of what it means to reduce stress with intentional breathing. And then as we sit, we breathe, we think. The think part is very specifically conjuring up, as I like to say, a meaningful thought or gratitude or memory that from your past. It might be even something looking forward, which I've done kind of future looking chairs of joy too. But the idea is to come up with your brilliant mind, to come up with a memory or a thought or something that really enlivened you, that you're grateful for, that you're joyful about, or that you felt joy in that moment. And then the feel is to connect with the emotions that were part of that moment, to really viscerally feel them in your bodies. That makes it very real. And what that does is really increase your ability for resilience. When you can go back into the feelings that you had in the past, or create the feelings that you want to be looking forward to in some experience in the future. Now, all of this seems pretty clear. From a work standpoint, yes, this is wonderful for organizations, or for you if you're sitting at home and just want to clear your mind. It is wonderful for productivity, for improving your focus. Obviously, as I've said, for reducing stress and anxiety. And basically for emotional regulation, for regulating your feelings, which then makes it easier for you to make more clear-minded, focused decisions. So, very briefly, those are the benefits of the Chair of Joy specifically, bringing us back to our innate store of joy. That said, let's take a moment now, and I'm going to lead you through a Chair of Joy. So I invite you just to close your eyes, settle into your seat wherever you are. And as you do, bring up a thought, a memory, could be in the present moment, of a special chair. It could be one that you rock your kids if you have small children. It might be a beach chair. It might be the chair that you sit at in your office because you love what you do. So bring up first, and if you're not sitting in it, imagine that you are sitting, this is the sit part, in that very special chair. It is a sacred space for you. And as you settle into that beautiful chair, favorite chair, now let's take a few deep cleansing breaths together to really get into our bodies. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. A third deep inhale and exhaling. And continuing to breathe, of course. And as you settle more deeply into your chair, into your body, through your breath, now I invite you to bring into your imagination a memory where you felt, if not full unbridled joy, maybe a sense of calm or peace or contentment. I'd go for joy if you can. Whatever bubbles up. You can do this every day, and a different memory, a different moment of joy could bubble up. And allow that to really fill your consciousness. Allow yourself to feel it in all of your senses. What are you smelling? What are you seeing? What are you hearing? Are you alone? Are you with someone? Often these memories are when we're in partnership with someone. And then as you just revel in that beautiful memory, what are the feelings? Name the feelings that are connected to that memory, to that moment of joy, of calm, of gratitude, whatever that is. Is it awe? Is it delight? Is it contentment? What are the feelings associated with that memory? And imagine those feelings almost like a pool that you're standing in. And as you continue to breathe, draw those feelings up through the soles of your feet, up through your body, up through all of your chakras, up through your whole system. And imagine those feelings moving out through the crown of your head like a fountain, so that you are immersed and enveloped in all these wonderful, joyful feelings from that memory. And just sit in that memory, sit in the emotions of that memory for a moment. And then when you're ready, allow them to whisper away. You can open your eyes. If we were together and you might want to write it down, I'd ask you to tell me what your memory was. What were the feelings that came up? So you might want to take a moment to just jot those down. Thanks so much for being with me and for sharing a chair of joy with me. Next month, come back and we will look at the science behind this. What makes this a very powerful, legitimate, neuroscientifically researched and grounded practice for you. Thanks for joining me. See you next time.